Hello mga kasubs and welcome to the Sarsicles TV. My name is Mark and for tonight we will be listening and reacting to Falling in Reverse and the Falling in Reverse, and the song is entitled Coming Home.
I like it, I love it, I want some more.
Recommended by ECMKAD. That's the username. I just spelled that. I don't know how to pronounce it. ECMKAD. No, I don't know. Thank you for this recommendation, and also thank you to all our viewers. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta for checking out our content and interacting as well. Thank you also to our dear members and sponsors. Maraming salamat sa inyo sa extra loving na pinapakita ninyo. And finally, do check out Posh and Warm, another channel that we have that features our adorable fur babies, Posh and Yo-Yo. And without any further delays, let's give the song a go in 3, 2, 1.
Forsaken you, left you with those scars. My hope is that you'll make it through. Hate must never win, even when we're worlds apart. Your love is not a sin, even if it's hard. Even when I'm far, I'll always be there. Hold tight, my dear, I'm coming home. Don't let your fears take control. I can finally hear the message loud and clear. Hold tight, my dear, I'm coming Transmission from the stars, a message from the atmosphere, etched into my heart. Your purpose there is still unclear. The ghost of you lives on through everything I see and touch. And even when you're gone, even if it's hard, even when I'm far, I will always be there. Hold tight, my dear, I'm coming home. Don't let your fears take control. I can finally hear her message loud and clear. Hold tight, my dear, I'm coming Enjoys what you are. Your father has forsaken you, left you with those scars.
Transmission override complete. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiating self-destruct sequence now.
Hold tight, my dear, I'm coming home. Don't let your fears
And that's the end of the song. The song started with a sad piano intro, but I wasn't expecting somewhat like a I wasn't expecting a an emo-ish song, but you know it's a pleasant surprise. I dig the song. I dig it because I take that the song is a song of hope. We will expound later on, or as we go along with the reaction. The video showed us some sort of a like an astro. So it started with an astronaut drifting in space. Initially, he was towards the sun, uh, or what I believe is towards the sun. That this particular portion of the video is kind of like the continuation of many movies that have a scene wherein they always there's always a scene in a space themed movie where a crew will have to go outside to repair something, and then he ends up getting hit by something, or maybe getting pulled by a wire or cable or something, which leads to him or her ending up drifting away from their craft or space or spaceship, or maybe someone who will sacrifice himself by saving by separating him from the crew, resulting to him drifting away in space and saving the rest of the team, something like that. And this part of the song seems to be like the continuation of those several movie scenes that I just mentioned. Um, so it depicts like very little hope, because the feeling you get when you are drifting, you don't have control of your body weight, your orientation, you're just floating around and you cannot stop the motion. It just gives you ultimately the feeling of helplessness because of your inability, the lack or your inability thereof to control the situation. However, there are there is something inside the person or inside you that will still tell you or motivate you or give you that little push not to lose it or not to lose hope. Like even when the odds are stacked up against you, when it's like a pinch or an inch away, or when it's impossible, you still have that little hope. There's always, even the smallest, like 0.001% or what have not. It just tells us never or not to lose hope, not even the slightest, not even when the chances are very, very slim. Uh, there's a line here that I actually can relate to. Your love is not a sin, even when it is hard. Sometimes when we come across trouble, we sometimes reach a point where we ask ourselves, what is my fault to get for me to experience this, to have this kind of challenge? What have I done? Those things. You get to question yourself. You get to question what the things of you have done to deserve this, and sometimes, like for example, if I take it literally, when you're in love, or when you're in a relationship, and never a day goes by where you know after you get problems after problems, and then sometimes you realize, like, is this like a sign that I'm not supposed to be in this relationship, or is it a sign telling me that this is a relationship that I do not deserve, or does not that I shouldn't be in, something like that. You get to question it, and I can relate to that particular line. But what's powerful here as well, the something that will give you that extra, push, or give you the grit that you need to give up, to give maybe one last good fight, one last push. Are the lines, that includes the title, of course. Hold on, my dear, I'm coming home. So have in your thoughts, having someone, knowing that someone is waiting for you, that kind of gives you that necessarily not that necessary adrenaline to give it one good shot. And then the second line, don't let your fears take control. Now the thing is about fear, it's something that you actually it actually depends. Most of the time it's just speculative because you're thinking about what the what ifs that happen. If it's not supported by facts, it's just your mind playing, doing those out of the box thinking, then it's merely in my opinion, like speculative. But when you are dealing with actual facts, then it's more on the pure side, not that it's really something that you should be worried or afraid of, but not necessarily take control after you. Because sometimes when like for example, if someone is about to punch me, so it's not speculation, I can see that the his fist is approaching my beautiful face. So it's a scary thought, getting hit in the face, right? But if it's already there, there's only a few options you can do. You can either take the hit, just close your eyes, wish for the best, that your face is harder than his fist, or you can move away or dodge, or maybe you can do certain like a counter, like Street Fighter counter or something. But the fact of the matter is, the punch is approaching, and you only have a slight, you only have a fraction of time to decide and act on it. So it's better to do something than not do anything at all and just hope for the best, right? So it's always better to take action, and at least there is that chance of not getting the result that you fear, if I may. So just a thought. Um, and then the bridge part. So I'm not sure about the continuity of the video. I didn't. Maybe I wasn't paying attention because initially I thought he was hitting this. He was heading towards the sun, and then on the bridge part, he was suddenly uh, crashing, or he was heading towards Earth. So maybe there was a stroke of luck, maybe physics was on his side or something. But at least it just shows you that there's always, sometimes there are mysterious things in motions. Sometimes it's hard to explain, but it does happen. And that's another reason why we should always not give up on hope. There are always things that can work, that are outside our visibility. And this is just as an example. There might be there might be other experiences there that may prove this to be true. Maybe, if you can share a comment, I'd appreciate that. But in this particular video, so he was heading towards Earth, and as he enters the atmosphere, he caught fire because of the friction and stuff. And then you can see that he was like some sort of like shooting star, and then the fire just got turned off, and he was like halfway. He hasn't hit ground yet. So what is the ending? Maybe he got vaporized. He turned into ashes or something, or maybe again, stroke of luck. Maybe the atmosphere is very moist. It put out the fire. He crashed in a body of water, or maybe thick snow, or some like a, I don't know. Maybe it could have been could be a happy ending. It may have not. It may be a tragedy, but nevertheless, he reached home. If I may, there's always a something that you would be appreciative of. Maybe to end my reaction, I just have one question: whether this video has actual hidden messages or some Easter eggs, because I have a feeling that it does. But let me know in the comments, for those of you who have some theories or are aware of existing, like anything trivial about this video. I'd appreciate that. Leave it in the comments. For now, that will be my reaction. If you haven't, anything you'd like to share and thoughts you have, just put it there in the comments. If you haven't done it yet, these are the stuff you can do to show loving to our channel. Please do as many as you can. Don't forget to tell your family and friends about the Sarsicles TV. Sharing is caring. And most importantly, stay safe, everyone. I'll see you on the next video.